Today we are focusing on some major developments coming out of Bauchi State and beyond. It has been a very intense period as the government takes firm action against banditry and insecurity, and at the same time the herder-farmer conflict in Nigeria is seeing some important moves. Before we get fully into the story, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you stay updated on every news development as it unfolds. It really helps us bring you more quality content. In Bauchi, there have been strong and decisive military operations against bandit groups that have been terrorizing communities. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has made it very clear that the government will not tolerate insecurity that affects the lives and livelihoods of Nigerians. This big stick approach is not just words. It is backed by action on the ground. Local reports show that several notorious bandits, the ones who have been responsible for kidnappings, cattle rustling, and general fear in communities, have been neutralized. Security forces moved into their strongholds and disrupted their operations. And while the full details are still being verified, early reports indicate that these actions have significantly weakened their networks. Now, as we discuss these events, take a moment to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. It really encourages us to continue bringing you these detailed breakdowns of what's happening in Nigeria. At the same time, there is another development that is closely tied to security and peace in the country. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, known as MACBAN, has announced a major directive. They have imposed a ban on night grazing and interstate movement of cattle. The aim is to reduce clashes between herders and farmers, which have been a recurring problem across Nigeria. According to MACBAN, these moves are necessary to maintain peace and prevent violence. They have also stated that anyone violating these rules will be handed over to security agencies. This shows a serious effort from the herder community to take responsibility for peace and ensure that their operations do not clash with local communities. This is a big moment because it represents a shift in how both government and herders are handling security and conflict resolution. When you think about it, the combination of strong military operations against bandits and proactive steps by herders can really change the dynamics on the ground. It is a complex situation, but it shows that practical steps are being taken to make life safer for ordinary Nigerians. Remember, if you are enjoying this update, hit the like button and subscribe. It's very important, and your support allows us to bring you more stories like this, explained in a simple and clear way. The military actions in Bauchi are not isolated. They are part of a broader effort across several states to bring security to communities. Residents of Bauchi have been expressing relief and hope as they see law enforcement taking action. At the same time, experts are reminding everyone that military action is only part of the solution. Long-term peace requires cooperation from communities, proactive governance, and addressing the root causes of insecurity. This is where the MACBAN directive becomes so interesting. By restricting night grazing and interstate movement of cattle, herders are essentially agreeing to abide by rules that prevent clashes. It may seem like a small step, but it can have a huge impact on reducing tension in rural areas. This move has been welcomed by many farmers who have long faced the challenge of protecting their crops and communities from conflicts. I want to pause for a moment and ask you, the viewers, what do you think about these steps? Is the government doing enough with the military operations? And do you think MACBAN's new rules will bring lasting peace between herders and farmers? Drop your comments below and let's have a real conversation. Your opinion matters and it can help others understand the situation better. As we continue, the operation in Bauchi is showing just how serious the government is about restoring peace and security. Security sources indicate that the military didn't just strike randomly. They carried out well-planned operations targeting bandit hideouts and known criminal networks. This is important because these groups often move quickly, attacking communities and disappearing into remote areas. By coordinating intelligence and ground forces, the authorities were able to disrupt their activities and prevent further attacks. Now think about what this means for the people living in Bauchi. Many residents have been living in fear for years, avoiding nighttime activities and worrying about the safety of their families. The success of this operation brings hope that normal life can start returning. markets can open safely, children can go to school without fear, and farmers can tend to their fields without constant anxiety. If you're following this story and finding it useful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue breaking down news like this in a way that's easy for everyone to understand. Let's also talk about the broader implications. These military actions send a strong signal, not just to bandits, but also to other criminal networks across the country. When communities see that the government is serious about enforcing the law and protecting citizens, it can discourage future attacks. Security experts say that consistent enforcement of rules combined with community cooperation is key to long-term peace. On the herder-farmer conflict side, MACBAN's recent ban on night grazing and interstate cattle movement is a major step forward. For years, these conflicts have been a source of tension in rural Nigeria. Farmers lose crops, herders lose livestock, and the cycle of retaliation continues. By implementing these rules, herders are showing responsibility and acknowledging that peace requires cooperation. Residents in states where these rules are being enforced have already noticed changes. Nighttime raids and conflicts have reportedly decreased in some areas, and farmers feel more secure. This is the kind of small but significant progress that can eventually lead to broader stability. Now, as we discuss these developments, think about the bigger picture. Security in Nigeria is not just about military operations. It's about partnerships between government, local communities, and even organizations like MACBAN. Everyone has a role to play, and when each side follows the rules and works together, real progress is possible. Again, if you haven't liked this video or subscribed yet, take a moment to do that now. Your support is what allows us to bring you detailed updates like this every day. Another point to highlight is the role of intelligence in these operations. The success of the Bauchi intervention didn't happen overnight. Authorities relied on careful planning, local tips, and monitoring of bandits' movements. This kind of coordinated approach is proving effective and shows that when strategy meets action, security challenges can be addressed. Residents and local leaders have expressed gratitude, noting that seeing government action restores faith in public institutions. When people feel protected, communities can thrive. This is not just about eliminating threats, it's about creating an environment where businesses can operate, schools can function, and daily life can resume without fear. It's important to remember that while this operation is a major step, there is still work to do. The government and security agencies must continue to engage communities, address underlying causes of banditry, and ensure that peace is maintained. At the same time, organizations like MACBAN must continue to enforce their rules and ensure compliance among herders. As viewers, I want you to reflect on this. Peace is a shared responsibility. By following rules, respecting others, and supporting the community initiatives, everyone contributes to a safer Nigeria. And if you agree, hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay informed about these developments and be part of the conversation.